Welcome back to the Glimpse YouTube podcast. It's all on iTunes and Spotify. Uploaded here on this nice and beautiful Sunday morning at 7 a.m. or on YouTube with visual at 4:30 p.m. Make sure to go check out the prior podcasts if you have not seen them. We're on episode, what is this, 14?
14. How's it going,
14, that's
everybody?
crazy. That's 2 weeks of uploads. So if you start watching now,
Jesus.
if you haven't seen them,
Well,
you got a video a day for 2 weeks.
that's like 2 months of uploads.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like,
Like if total days, yes.
yeah. And
You're so
so
smart.
It's kind of crazy.
yeah, so make sure to go check those prior podcasts if you have not. We have some really good stuff that we talk about here. Otherwise, go
Sure
check out our
do.
Wednesday uploads, 4:30 on YouTube. Variety of content there. But otherwise, let's just hop into it. This is Casual
Hey,
podcast. Talk
Yo,
about
I got
anything.
some-
viewers, how do I sound? Jeez, do I sound better, dude?
Better.
Yo, let's go.
Gotta be careful
We're
on
still
that
working on
volume.
it.
Yo, what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Talk a little too loud sometimes.
Yeah.
And then we're peaking again.
Yeah.
So we just gotta be careful. That's all I'm saying.
Otherwise-
Anyway, I have something I want to say right away we can talk about.
All right.
Last week we talked about some CDL offseason stuff, right? Roster mania is happening right now. People are switching teams, things like that. Big news, a big return for a certain CDL player back to a Call of Duty team. None other than Octane back to 100 Thieves. What do we think?
That's an Apex character.
Yeah.
You do not have permission to talk right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Keep your push to talk off.
Yeah, keep your push to
Yeah,
talk off.
I got pushed to talk on because for some reason the mic is buzzing. So I
Like
just
we
want to
said,
make
we're
sure that
still
your-
figuring this out.
Yeah.
we want to make sure that your audio is the best that you could have right now
Yeah.
at this moment.
Yeah.
But I think Octane 100 Thieves. I'm happy for Octane.
100%.
Because I like him as a player, and so I'm happy to
He
see
is-
him go to a good team instead of
You
being
know-
on Surge, which is not a good team.
He's top 5 ARs in the game right now. 100%.
And it's
Especially with Formula retiring, that bumps him up.
that's
another
true.
spot.
That's true. And that's
Like-
just like for him being on Surge, and again, like he can put out a performance, but you know you're with 3 other players that aren't gonna be able to stay up to your standards. So your
Right.
team isn't gonna be boosted up just because you have
Right.
one good player. So.
And I'm not sure if you guys watched that video that Thieves produced. It was really funny, kind of cute, cool
Mhm.
interactions between Octane and Kenny. Great stuff. But looking at the Thieves roster, they dropped Slasher for Octane. So Slasher's no longer with the 100 Thieves. They're not bringing John back. But Hook is still with the team. If you remember Hook, he was with
Mhm.
Dallas Empire in the past, won some
Yeah.
championships, came to 100 Thieves, didn't have the greatest performance this year, sat out most of the second half of the year. But looking at Thieves roster for Vanguard, it's the ARs are going to be Kenny and Octane. That's huge. That's insane.
The
then-
Vanguard gameplay, the STG is like I feel like the best AR as of right now.
Okay.
Mhm.
And then your 2 sub players, as of right now, no subs, no nothing, are Draza and Hook. Draza turns up every now and again, and if Hook can get back to his old form, that is a scary team. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I do think, and again, I've said this before, but you know, COD is day to day, and so is just the game. So I mean, like we're back on the MW engine, or I guess the Infinity War engine, but it's MW-esque, and it'll just be interesting to see the teams and players that did really good in MW, maybe not so hot in Cold War, but now
Mhm.
back to the MW engine, like how those teams are gonna form around, because like if you were to take one of those good teams from like MW, okay, like let's just take phases 1 MW 1 Cold War.
Mhm.
So let's say we took that team, let's say they were just good at MW, weren't too good at
Right.
Cold War, then they could be good at MW again and like, you know, flat out sweep it. So it's just interesting to see between the years how a team's gonna keep up.
Definitely. And I really don't know what's going to happen with, I lost where I was going.
Uh-oh.
I'm
I lost it.
thinking Optic.
Oh,
know if that
no,
was
no,
gonna
no.
say.
Okay, I remember this.
Oh.
Yeah. So you said COD's day to day, and I'm thinking not so much when it's actually LAN. When it's online, I definitely
That's
agree with
true.
you. COD is day to day, but LAN, that's when you really see talents come out and there's more consistency.
I would agree. It is definitely less day to day. I still think there are like day to day times when it's like just today I don't feel as good as I did playing yesterday and stuff like that. But
Hmm.
100% without needing to worry about like your ping and crap like that and like how good your internet is one
Yeah,
day.
that's so much.
It's definitely gonna be way more consistent this year, which is like a
Hmm.
dream to watch even. So
Yeah.
that's gonna be pretty good.
Yeah, I'm
So
so hyped for the Vanguard beta coming out in just one short week,
yeah,
roughly, I think for PS4 and then our PC weekends a little later.
Yeah.
Expect Vanguard video coming out in a couple weeks. We are
yeah,
going to be
Ooh.
coming out with some gameplay of us playing the beta. Our first really Call of Duty-esque video on this channel. This is
yeah.
kind of like a sneak peek. Not everybody listens to this, so there'll be a little bit of surprise to most of our viewers. But if you are listening, you just got a spoiler.
And for everybody listening on iTunes and Spotify, you can go to our link tree on the Instagram,
Mm,
glimpse_org, and you'll go to our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel really isn't searchable right at the moment because there is a big YouTuber with the name Glimpse inside of his name,
Should have thought of
but
that.
we will be having those videos uploaded to the YouTube channel.
We are
yeah,
Outlanders instead. We're changing our name.
yeah. We're
Yeah.
changing
Um, yeah,
rebrand,
Legacy. That's us now.
mid-year
I wish
rebrand. Let's go.
one of these days, like if this pops off, we have to like show our original name ideas, things like that, because the
Hmm.
list was vast.
Well, maybe
Uh,
this
yeah.
is a good thing, I guess, to just say anyways. Like end of the year, we're approaching. We got 3 months left, and we're at
Hmm.
74 subscribers on the YouTube. If we could
Hmm.
get like 100, which would just be insane, because
Just in a
on
year,
yeah, in a year,
I'd love
like
that.
on KNF, I don't remember how many we had. Like we just tipped over 100, right?
Yeah, I,
We have 206 on KNF
What,
Productions.
we had that much? Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, but it took us like
Yeah, that was literally
three,
like
5 years to get
yeah.
100.
literally,
So
I had this conversation with my mom. Like we were talking about like subscribers and stuff and YouTube, and I was like, we have 74 subscribers in what is it, 8 months,
yeah,
9 months, and my YouTube channel has 180 something in over like 6 years.
Hmm.
Like I
yeah.
think that's insane.
So I think it would be insane if we tip the 100 by the end of the year, because that would just be an like nuts goal and an insane accomplishment. But
Yeah.
otherwise, like still end of the year, like we're getting close to the 1 year mark of Glimpse being a thing. If you don't know, we launched Glimpse literally the 1st of January.
It
So
doesn't
Hmm.
feel like a
like
year.
Yeah,
yeah,
this year has
so
flown by.
if you know you've been here since the beginning, that's an insane thing. Thank you so much. But otherwise, like an end of the year kind of like recap of what Glimpse has done, I think is a really cool thing. And yeah, we could show stuff like that, like our original names, some of the original
Hmm.
like graphic work, or whatever. Like I think that's pretty
Yeah,
cool to do.
and like Glimpse was in development, I would think, like November of last year. So Glimpse is more like 12, 13 months old than
Yeah.
like the channel is like a year old at at the beginning of 2022, but Glimpse will be a year old like from development in like a month or two.
Mm.
Our channel should be able to walk at this point, so
Jeez, look at that.
Let's
We're
I can
walking,
go.
boys.
imagine
We're
we're
Yeah,
getting
walking.
some babbling.
not to get like too like whatever management on it, but like if YouTube could like recommend our videos, because I'm not saying like like please YouTube make us blow up, which would be the dream, but realistically, like if YouTube could at least like send our videos out to people or something, like it's just weird how
Right.
it works, because
How the
we're
algorithm works.
yeah, because we're easily like probably only almost 50 videos in, right?
We're very
Something like
consistent.
that.
Well, not with podcast, it
We're
might
at
be closer to like 40 because, I'm going to look right now, but
because
you have
we're
to think
nine
about
months
like
in, four uploads,
there's 52
36.
weeks in a year.
We're at 36 YouTube uploads of like Wednesday content. So then with
Mhm.
podcasts, we would
That's
be,
an extra
There's
14,
13 that are out,
12.
so
13.
Yeah.
39, right around 40. It's
So
wild.
I mean like we're I would think past the threshold where YouTube would be
And
like, this isn't just like a random channel that's like randomly uploading videos. Like these guys are like doing this, and so like we should try
we're
and
very consistent. Like,
exactly. So
we haven't missed a day. I don't plan on missing a day. Like, even if it's not like a great video, it's up to par with some of our other stuff. Like, I still want, entertaining content out on a Wednesday, no matter what kind of content it is.
and so I'd
And
hope like YouTube by now would kind of be like, hey, look at these guys. I don't know.
Mhm.
yeah,
Like,
right.
They exist.
yeah,
Let's be real.
And I don't know if we have any TikTok like listeners or viewers right now, but
yeah,
if you guys don't know about our TikTok, just these last two videos that have been uploaded have surpassed 1,000 views, which is insane for us because we
it's
started out
absolutely
this
crazy.
TikTok without like okay, some TikTok channels will instantly be like popular because it's a entertaining video. Our TikTok started out with like 100 views and then
Mhm.
it gradually got more and more as time went on. Speaking of TikTok, I didn't upload the TikTok today. I
Fired,
I dude, I
Ryan,
fired.
you're
uploaded
fired
the
again.
Here's the thing. I had the recordings and editing done yesterday. I uploaded the Instagram and then as soon as I finished that, I was like I'm getting on Black Ops 4. I want to play Black Ops 4. And I did that and I
Jeez.
totally forgot. But
Hey,
I will
job
upload
comes
it
first, buddy.
either
Job comes first. I don't know what this
uh,
is to
do
you.
I upload it like tonight or tomorrow?
Tomorrow. Just upload it tomorrow.
Okay, okay.
But yeah, last two TikToks have hit over 1,000 views. I would say our average is more like around 600 to 50
Yeah.
views.
Which
Um,
is pretty crazy on TikTok standards for like a
We only have
brand
like
spanking
30
new
something
account.
followers.
right. We don't have the
Yeah,
following to match the viewing.
but that's,
Unfortunately,
I mean, that's a good indication that we're at least like hitting people's for you page. It's just
right.
something
Like,
they're scrolling by and they're finding it, which is what
people
I
are
would hope
seeing,
YouTube would do, but that's not the
right.
same case.
And
Yeah, people are
I think
seeing our stuff.
Yeah,
yeah, and I think views on TikTok how they work is if you watch through the whole thing that counts as one view.
Hmm.
So there's thousands of like 1,000 people watching all the way through the video and it's keeping them entertained and like wanting to watch more of it. So
Hmm.
that's really good to hear.
And, looking at TikTok, we're reaching like 1,000 people a video the last couple ones, and then there's like the county fair where we reached over 120,000 people on Facebook. Like, that's 120,000 different people who have seen our work and have heard of Glimpse. That's insane.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Like,
Um
not
I would hope that
no,
we let just like go up from here and stuff.
I
And
don't like not much has come from any of those views, but it's just eyes on us at
mm,
minimum,
yeah,
which
I
is a good
thought
thing.
we could talk about my California trip.
Yeah, Ryan, how did it go? How'd the surprise entrance work out?
Yeah. So basically, when I first got to the airport, it was about 4 in the morning. So I'm
Jeez.
thinking, all right, let me get. This is my first time flying ever. So what I
Ever.
had ever. So what I
Okay.
did was I went through with my dad. He was like basically showing me things, how they worked, and I went through TSA, got that all done, went, sat down. I'm on the plane at this point. We're taking off. Not a big deal. In the air, not a big deal.
How'd you
It
like it? How'd
was
you like being on a plane?
it it literally felt like you were in a bus. If I were
But
to
in the
compare it to
air.
yeah, in the air, it feels like I'm in a bus.
I'm just saying you brushed by TSA way too fast. You
What do you
But
you,
mean?
you have to have a TSA story. You have to.
Uh,
There's got to be something that
it,
happened when you going through
to
TSA your
you
first
or to
time.
somebody around you?
Something that has to happen. What
you
is it?
mean just like
Fess up.
some like what do you
Spill
mean?
the beans.
What are you talking
Cat's
about?
out of the bag. Come on. Give me a
My
TSA
TSA
story.
experience?
Like, give me a story. Something must have happened. Either
I
like
mean,
you going
okay.
through it or somebody around you going through it. Something
Mhm.
happens every single time.
Okay, I went through it and there was somebody who had a metal hip and they didn't tell him. So he had to like go back
Uh-huh.
through and he just, got scanned again. And he was just like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with this thing. And he's like, oh, wait, I have a metal hip. I was like, oh, okay, dude. Yeah, thanks for holding up the line.
I
Okay.
can't imagine the whole hip is metal, but I'm sure there's
Yeah.
some metal in his hip.
Right, right, right.
um,
So the only part
I-
I didn't like about the plane ride was if depending on what pilot you have, the landing sucks. Like you
yeah,
come in
Well,
fast
yeah.
and just slam the floor.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of aspects that
Oh
go
yeah.
into it,
No,
but
it's not just like landing good or landing bad. It's just like
yeah,
there's a
based
lot
on
of
how good the
details that go
pilot
into
is.
this.
Yeah,
It-
I've had some. Oh gosh, hit my mic. I'm sorry if you heard that, but I have had some pretty rough landings. Not like dangerous, just like okay, this is kind of spooking me a bit.
Hmm.
And then some just like real smooth ones. You're like, we landed. What? When did this
yeah,
end?
I get headaches when I'm in the air.
Yeah,
Does the day you get a headache?
I hadn't been
Mm-mm.
on a plane in 10 years, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah,
Ears
it's like a
just pop for me.
centralized plane.
I don't
Dude,
get a
My
I
headache
hate
nose
though.
that.
pops.
How
Oh,
does
ooh, what?
Like okay, right in the like actual like
Yeah, we gotta fire this
nose.
guy.
It like not like it
his head blew
leaks,
up?
but it clears. It
Your head
clears.
leaks,
My nose clears.
so your
Huh.
sinuses open up.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, that's really weird. But it feels weird and I hate it.
What do you mean? Like your nose, like you can breathe through your nose? That's weird to you?
Yeah,
I'd
because
rather,
I'm for some reason when I was
you
born,
better
like
be
I
tipping
have
those
just a
guys.
Yeah, right.
They're helping
when
you
I
out,
when I
man.
was born, ever since I was born, I've had like a stuffy nose, and you can hear it most likely.
Since I had COVID, one of my nostrils is always like closed. Like
Yeah,
My
obviously,
left one. My
if I
left one
hold
all the
one
time.
down after COVID
Uh,
or always.
I would say as long as I remember, pretty much always.
Okay, so mine switch off, and like if one's closed and the other one's working, and then there's just some times where like just something up here shifts, just momentarily, and then it's open, and then it'll like fall to the other side again, and that one's closed.
Mm.
And it's
you know
like,
you're
okay,
having
just
a
figure it
good day
out.
when you can breathe.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, that's what that
Ryan,
airplane should have been to you. Like,
Ryan,
perfect good day.
2024 for president. You know you're having a good day when you can breathe.
Nice.
But anyway, I landed. I had to do a layover flight, so I had to like go from one plane to another in Las Vegas. Las Vegas was sick. There was so many like mountains outside the airport. It
You had a
looked cool.
layover flight.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, that took me a minute. So you went through two planes to get to California, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. So when I landed in California, when I tell you meeting this person, and I don't want to say their name because I don't know if they're okay with it.
John
The
Doe.
feeling, yeah, John Doe. The feeling of like your heart, like when you're excited, like butterflies, but in your chest.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm walking through the airport. I'm like, am I gonna see them? And like I'm looking around, like, where are they? And then I went to
Mm.
the bag pickup, and I'm like, got my stuff. And I texted the person who knew. I was like, so where are you guys? And she goes, oh, I'm on my way.
We're in
So
Wisconsin.
then
I
I'm
thought we were coming by you.
so I'm waiting for him, and then I get a text, and it's a video, and she goes, uh, she knows
Oh.
about the surprise,
Oh,
and I was like, oh no, it's
No.
ruined, dude.
how did she know?
So she works third shift at
Mhm.
Walmart. So the day of me flying, she was working. So when I landed at like 11 in the afternoon, her girlfriend was like, "Listen, I need to go pick up family members at the airport. Can you please come with me?" And she was like, "Nah, I want to sleep. I just got home." And then she was like, "I'm not going with you unless you tell me why you want me to go with you." So
Keep
she
family
had to
members, what
say
the heck?
why.
Mm.
Well,
She had to
she
say
should have switched up the name and like, okay, it's not my family members, and be like, it's this random, like whatever other name. So that way it wasn't you. That's what she
Yeah.
should have done.
It's a stripper.
brain. Okay.
What?
What? Oh my gosh.
But anyways,
Wisconsin.
okay, dude.
Cheese.
It's a big bag
but-
of cheese.
I gotta go pick up a big bag of cheese. It's gonna go bad.
I've been craving this.
But anyways, the person who I was going to surprise, she texts me and she goes, "I know you, you idiots. Do you really think that I didn't know the whole time?" And I was like, "Well,
She knew the whole time?
I guess so.
How?
I have literally no idea. I
Eh,
guess
you-
she
you've
just had
known
an
this
inkling.
You've known this person for like 10
Lie
years.
detector test.
Yeah, 10 years. 10 years.
Crazy.
Figure this out.
But we went to
snitched?
so some of the activities. I think it was our girlfriend, honestly. So some of the
Oh.
some of the
Oh, gosh.
activities that we did. We went to go see Candyman. Their theater is insane.
Is that's the new horror movie, right?
Yeah,
So
it
what
will
theater? Just the
remake.
theater, the town they live in.
Yeah, so it was a it reminded me of Stranger Things, oddly enough.
Okay.
The movie
But the
theater?
theater was very huge.
Mhm.
Yeah, dude. Why are you smiling? Like you were gonna say a joke, and you're just like, nah, I'll keep it on the back burner. Let me think
Yeah.
So wait,
about this
where
one.
does she?
I'm
Where do they live
brewing
again?
something up in here.
They live in Visalia.
I've never heard of that.
It's like an hour from Fresno.
It's like
Okay.
2 clicks
Gotcha.
south.
2 clicks south.
Yeah.
But anyway, what else we did is I went to the beach for the first time.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Let's
brought
go.
some let's see if I can grab one.
You got some shells, probably, maybe.
Sharks.
Yeah,
Full on
for
sharks.
the
Oh.
for the viewers,
It's framed.
the viewers, I got
Oh,
some shells.
you're buzzing.
Nah, fam.
So while you fix that, I'm gonna tell a quick story about seashells.
And then after you say that, I need to tell a story about the TSA.
I'm happy that you got your seashell because when I went on a cruise in 2011, we collected like a big bag. Like, if you buy like, I don't know, a t-shirt at a
I think
clothing
I've
store,
heard this.
like at the mall, you buy that,
I'm fixed.
it come in a bag.
Mhm.
I don't know. It's yay big. And
Yeah,
we
yeah.
filled the whole thing with seashells. We're getting back on the ship and they're like, nah, you can't have
Yeah.
these.
Yeah,
Oh
you
I'm
my
told
like,
me
God.
what? Just spent like 3 hours collecting all of these. And I'm like, nah, you can't have this.
You should have
But
just put it under your shirt.
well, you can't because like they full check you as you go
Uh.
back onto the boat. But
Eat
my
it
mom
over.
like just throw it on. I don't know how you cruise ship are pretty
Max,
tall,
catch!
man. But my mom had like taken one for each of us, like kids, in case they did take the bag. She like wrapped like one shell for each of us in like different Kleenexes. It looked like they were just used like tissues in her purse if they looked inside. And they didn't like look at the tissues because they think they're used. So we all got to
Yeah.
keep like one shell though. So it was
Genius.
like
Nice.
get robbed.
Nice move.
Now they're gonna come arrest me as
Yeah.
FBI
They're
breaks
tracking
down
down
the
this
Here he
door.
video.
Where's the
He's
shell?
right
It's
here.
been 10 years.
All right,
But,
TSA story from Keaton, and then we'll
yeah.
go back over to Ryan's trip.
So, Ryan, I still think you got a TSA story you're not telling us about. But
No, honestly,
I'll tell you mine.
Tell me. Well, no, man. You say that everybody has a TSA story when they go through TSA. Literally, it was the smoothest way possible, and the one that I told you is the only thing that happened.
You weren't pre-checked, right?
No, I literally
Okay.
walked through.
So, yeah, but you didn't go through any struggle of like, oh, I gotta take all my electronics out of the bag, take my shoes off, and put it all in bins before the guy behind me also does that stuff. Like,
Oh. No, I mean, I had a bag and it was like taken and put on the plane. I didn't have a carry-on.
you didn't
So
have
it's
any
literally
carry-on?
everything on me. No, literally
Okay.
everything on me. Which
Well,
is
I guess that
my
makes it way more
AirPods,
easier.
my phone, and then it was the ticket.
Because when you have a carry-on, like that's when like stuff goes down. But
Yeah.
okay, so my dad, we were on a trip to Florida, and my dad had a carry-on, and with a big family like us, we have a lot of food in the house, and if we have to go to Florida or something or any vacation trip, we got to eat all our food before we leave because it's gonna expire. So
Right.
my dad the night before makes banana bread
Oh,
because
Jesus.
we had a lot of bananas. And we had
I
to
love
use them up.
banana bread.
Yeah,
I love
it was
banana bread.
amazing. And he's like, I'm just gonna bring this so right before we get on the plane or something, we can just snack on banana bread because it's like 5 in the morning when we're leaving. We'll just eat
Right.
that, as snacks when we're there. So he's going through TSA with his carry-on and it's got banana bread in it, and he like lays it all
Oh
out in
my
the
God.
bins that you have to, and he sends it through and he walks through the X-ray scanner and walks past, and they're like, we're gonna need you to step aside, sir.
Oh,
And so, sometimes they just do a random check, or they just randomly pick one person and like pat him
Yeah.
down and stuff.
Yeah.
And so, my dad gets pulled aside, and he gets like scanned and stuff and patted down.
I
And
see where this
then-
is going.
They like are poking at the banana bread. I guess they think something's in the banana bread, but my dad is just literally like 2 feet away watching these guys literally like jab at the banana bread at this point. It's not even just like poking or like they don't like rescan it. They're literally like poking at it like almost enough force to be like punching the banana bread. And so then once he's finally out and he's like all cleared, he gets the banana bread back, but it's literally like smushed. And so it's like you can't even eat this now, dude. Like why did you violate this banana bread?
Yeah.
So,
Oh my god.
that's
Did they
my
give a
TSA story. Huh?
Did they give any reason? Any reason at all?
Nothing.
I was like, nah, you can't. We can't have banana bread. You can't have banana bread.
No banana bread, man. And just yeah.
I didn't know you could bring food past TSA. The one that I went to, you had to literally throw everything out beforehand.
Food you can on
I've
carry on.
heard of.
The water you can't bring any water. No liquids.
Why?
Yeah, my grandfather like bought like some real expensive liquor before that cruise trip that I was talking about, and like they took it all away, and he was so upset.
Yeah.
I mean, rightfully slow. I'm done. I can't talk.
Dude.
Ryan, let's talk about your trip.
Yeah, right. Keep
Why do
going.
why do they not have? Why can't you bring liquids?
I'm not even sure. I'm assuming just if something spills, like let's say you have something in your carry on, it spills, that's more work for flight attendants. Let's say it's, some food in your carry on, they gotta scan it because I mean you could hide something in your food.
They just
But-
that's
Dynamite.
why they pounded the banana bread.
Yeah, that's why they beat it up. It was because
They probably like
something in there.
well, I don't know. Like, did your dad make it with like anything inside of it?
No, nothing. It's just banana bread.
So
And it was
like, there
just
was-
in like a plastic, like a big like liter plastic bag, like nothing.
I don't know. Maybe they got
Okay,
a
so-
bread.
Just-
Like people hide drugs in bread. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you were
But I
saying
don't know why
like,
beating it up is like the best method to find out. Like, okay,
Right.
here's a big statement of me not endorsing or not having any indication of me doing this. Let's say there was something explosive in the banana bread. Why
Yeah.
would you punch it?
Melt
That
it.
seems like the worst idea. So, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't
hey,
know.
man, it's their job, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we were on the beach, collected some shells. I went in the water. Hate the ocean. Any open water, I hate it.
What's wrong with the ocean?
You don't know what's down there, man. We know more about space than our own ocean.
But if
Hey,
you're
but
like
that's
10
like
feet out, who cares?
Marinara Trench. What's it called?
Mariana.
Okay, yeah. If you're in there, then I'd be scared. But if you're just on the shore, like
Yeah, if
2
you're just,
feet
like-
deep,
yeah,
you are
exactly.
literally fine.
I think you're fine.
You don't think you'd get hurt, right?
No.
I walked out and something latched onto my toe and it hurt me.
Okay, dude. It's
I
probably
bet
just
you
like a little kid or something.
he stubbed. Yeah, look, it bit your toe.
No,
I
but
bet you
okay,
stubbed your toe on a rock. That's all that happened.
no. It was like some
It
little
sucked
like
on my
clear,
toe. It ripped my toe off. Help!
It
It's
was
still
some
gone.
It was like a clear bacteria and it was stinging.
Jellyfish?
It wasn't a jellyfish. No. It was really, really tiny, like smaller than a dime.
Okay.
I don't
Whatever it
think-
was.
I don't think I believe him.
Okay, well, I'm lying.
I think it's an exaggeration. I'm not gonna lie.
No.
Yeah, same.
Okay, well, anyway, after the beach, we had some real Italian like pizza, which was really good.
Ooh.
It was like fresh mozzarella, fresh like tomatoes, basil, fresh bread, stuff like that.
Cool.
After that, I went and did some shopping, which I have behind me.
Okay.
Yeah,
Ryan
you
got
said-
some
I mean,
goods.
He
The
said
one that I'm
bread.
wearing right now, this is a Venom like sweatshirt, which is
Nice.
insane to me.
Where did you shop?
I got this at the Visalia Mall.
Okay.
I got the hat at the Visalia Mall.
What's the
Yeah.
hat say?
Yeah, people
says
listen on
Brixton.
iTunes and Spotify can't see.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Give a
dude.
description.
It's a black and white like trucker hat, and it says Brixton on the front.
Who's
Alright.
Brixton?
I think it's just a company for a
Okay.
hat.
This is me.
Cool
I
enough.
also have a black Vans hat. It's a green and yellow gradient on the logo.
Very nice. I like that.
Um,
You know, we were almost like a green and yellow gradient
Yeah.
color
Yeah.
scheme. I'm not gonna lie.
It's crazy.
yo, this is so hard to push to talk and hold the clothes up in the air.
I bet.
Could you explain this one?
Yes, please. So I'm looking at this T-shirt. Looks like it's like a You know,
Is it?
is that
It's
Chinese or Japanese or Korean?
um, I don't know, but it looks like
There's
Korean.
it's.
like
Oh,
Korean. Okay,
okay.
it looks
Kind of
like it's
looks
like
like maybe something Back to the Future.
a GTA theme.
It says some text on it. I
DGK.
can't read.
DGK.
We needed
DGK.
help. What is DGK? Ryan got a black
It's a
DGK
brand.
T-shirt.
It's a
It's
shirt
just
he
a
can
really
wear. It's black.
It's
it's a really cool brand. I love anything Japanese, China, like anything Asian. I love that kind of culture.
Do you like anime?
I want to get into it. I want to
Okay,
watch Attack on Titan.
gotcha.
But I also got these shorts.
Those shorts actually look dope. So these are kind of like a white and gray, almost like smudged camo kind of look. And there's like some eyes in the bottom corner. You
Some
got some
text on
more
the right with some
text
flames.
all over, flames, looking good. What, are these also
But
DGK?
these, this came from Zoomies. Came from Zoomies. It's
Zoomies. Okay.
I also have a shirt to match with that, but I don't have it on me. It's like I've had the shirt. I didn't know they had pants.
Oh, gotcha.
I also have
Very
this
cool.
one other thing. One more thing.
One more thing. Ryan's got one more thing. These are some pretty cool pickups. I'm not gonna lie. Good adds to the wardrobe.
I have one thing to ask when he's done though.
Yo, I think I saw these. Looks kind of.
Oh yeah, yeah. You sent me
I
this. This was random.
see. Okay, this is a chicken, a rubber chicken.
Rubber chicken.
We were in a Discord call yesterday, and Ryan's like, "Yeah, let me get up," and I hear a, and I'm like,
Yes.
he just goes, "Yeah, don't worry about that." I'm
Yeah,
like,
don't worry about that.
"Okay."
I
Now I know
I
what it
saw
was.
this rubber chicken and I was like,
Had
"Yo,
to happen.
Justin, my brother." I was like, "Yo, Justin, I got this rubber chicken." He goes, "Yeah, I want one." I was like, "Well, I can buy you one on Amazon, but do you want the biggest one they have?"
Yeah.
Which is a size of a 4-year-old.
Oh
This
my
is
god.
that's how big I bought 2 of them,
Why?
$108.
Oh my
Why would you
gosh.
do this?
I wanted the rubber chicken. I'm only paying for one of them. He's
Okay,
giving me the money
you
for the other
gotta
one.
start saving up, Ryan.
Yo, fam, listen.
You have
Okay,
a full-time job. I don't know what your plans for the future are, but you could have an
I'm living it.
apartment in the near future. You could
I
go to
got
school.
I got 2 questions. Ryan, how much do you make an hour?
14.50.
Not
Okay,
bad.
second question. Did you get like anything? Because I like the pickups; they look nice. But did you get like anything? Like California, like hat or you know?
No, I don't think so. I mean, everything here came from California.
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
just got the chicken. That's his memento for the trip.
Yeah, true. Chicken.
yeah, I got a seashell.
There you
That's true.
go.
That's true.
Anyway, so after the beach, we went fishing, which actually, that was my first time fishing, like without one of those like button poles.
All
If you know what
right.
I'm talking about, like little kid like button pole.
I haven't used one of those ever in my
Um,
life.
but when I was fishing, I caught
Big
a couple
kids, probably.
fish. I caught a couple fish.
Oh, nice.
My friend caught a couple fish, but then her girlfriend. We're at the end of a pier, right?
Mm-hmm.
We walked down to the pier at like the beginning of the day, and the guy that was passing us was like, "Hey, what bait do you have?" And then we said, "Oh, we have squid and we have some cod."
That's
And
sick.
he goes, "Well, they're not biting squid right now. They're like stealing it. Like they're just nibbling on it and then leaving." And she goes, "Okay, nice to know. Nice to know." So then she goes down and we're fishing. She isn't getting any bites on her pole. And then all of a sudden, the pole is like freaking out. And we're like, "Yo, fam, what is happening?" So then she's
What
like
could be
trying to
happening right now?
Is there a fish?
so she's reeling it in, and this pole is not for this fish. She is reeling in a freaking shark.
Wow.
A 4-foot shark.
Did you
Which
get it in?
so you couldn't reel it in because it was too heavy for the pole, so she had to walk it down the pier onto the coast.
So you did get it though.
Yeah. We took pictures with it and everything. I mean, I don't know how clear it's gonna be if I show you it.
Your buzz
But
stop talking. So Ryan got a shark. That is
Yeah.
sick.
I just
What's-
want to touch upon when Ryan says
Can't
that.
see that.
Yeah, upload it to like Instagram or something, and then people will see it there. But
Yeah, we'll put it
I
on
just
the
want to touch upon when Ryan says the fishing pole starts going crazy. What could it be like?
It's gotta be. Oh,
What
is it a
is
fish?
it? I don't know. Like
You
clicking
coulda
the
caught a
buttons
sea
on a
monster.
microwave and it starts
sea
spinning the
monster.
plate inside the microwave. What
Seaweed.
is happening? Oh gosh.
Hey! Did what size fish did you catch,
Oh man, it was like it was like
Sardine.
that. It was literally like maybe 3-4 inches. It was a very tiny fish,
brother?
but the way
The
we
smallest
did it.
one, the smallest one I've got is like that.
Oh jeez, fam.
Like it was like we were catching perch like left and right, but they're all like this big.
Are you sure
And
that
it's
wasn't
like,
like your
what is
bait?
going on? No, yeah, I was just fishing on a lake up north, so it wasn't like big ocean fishing or anything.
Yeah,
But
just cast out my bait, felt nothing, pulled it back in, caught a fish.
Mark, what?
the way that we were doing it is we bought a set of hooks and we used all the hooks on one line. So you can
Oh,
bait up each hook and then just send it in. And then if you get a tug on the pole, it's going to be one of those hooks. And
mm,
I was lucky enough to get 2 on one pole, and my
wow,
friend got 3 on one pole,
jeez.
which was crazy.
Well,
But
hey,
I have one more thing, and it's like very uh, weird. So I didn't know
Wait,
this was a thing. Go ahead, go ahead.
I just want to say about fishing. I don't like. I've fished a couple times. I don't know like the lingo for like the fishing poles. I think Ryan was saying the fishing pole he was using was like you were fly fishing, right? So it's like when you
Fly.
have like the spool on like mounted to the handle and then it's like a little clip and you chuck
Yes.
it out and then you close the clip.
Yes.
Okay. There you
that's
go.
not fly
Um,
fishing,
Booyah.
though.
I don't know. I think that
That's not that is not fly fishing.
okay, I don't know what fly fishing is, but that's the type
That's
of
like
pole
the
Ryan
one
was
where
using.
that's like a throwing a lasso. You just kind of keep throwing it.
Isn't that when isn't I thought that was I think that's something else as well. I think that's when you don't have a pole at all.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's fly fishing though.
Okay.
magnet fishing.
Okay, go to your next story,
You,
man.
you,
Okay.
you'd
Anyway,
catch Keaton every time.
so oh yeah, that's right. So there was this weird flea market that they were like, "Hey, let's go to a flea market." So I was like, "All right." Well, we went over, and it was weird because it was an illegal flea market, and
Okay.
basically, to go into very little detail, it was people who crossed the border illegally with smuggled goods and were selling them for cheaper.
Hmm.
And it was like knives, pots and pans, like military gear, toys, candy, food, clothes, stuff like that. And it was just very weird because everybody spoke Spanish, and I was the only white boy.
Hey,
Well,
Felt like a very
cultural
big
diversity
minority.
right
I
there.
would say there's no way maybe the goods themselves are illegal, but there's no way like the operation is illegal. If you
Right.
get what I'm
Otherwise,
saying,
it'd be
because then
cracked
it
down
would
on.
just be shut down literally instantly. Because if you Mr. Ryan Snapperdoodle Stork can just walk down to an illegal, place that sells stuff, then the cops would find it just as easy as your goofy looking.
I mean, like, I'm
Yo,
sure that they like. I'm not sure what kind of credentials they might have. They might have a visa. They might not be citizens, but um,
something about it felt sketchy. Something about it felt illegal. It could be the people. It could be the items. I have no idea.
it
But
was just unusual.
it was very scary because I've never felt what being the minority feels like, and trust me, it is very scary.
I bet it is, and it's like in our lives we are very privileged in so many ways. Um, and
Yeah,
but it's important to understand that,
yeah.
it's
When I was
important.
walking around, like literally, I'm hearing music that I've never heard before. I'm hearing people talk. I'm not understanding a single word,
Cultural
and
diversity. It's important.
right, and I'm like catching some things, and the only way that you could buy things from people, you would just say like, how much. They would give you like a number, and then I'll take it,
Mm.
and then they'll sell it to you.
Like on the realm of like different cultures and different languages and things on campus here at Green Bay, I probably hear more foreign languages than I do English. There are so many exchange students here, so I hear like German and French and Spanish. It's so
That's really
cool.
cool.
Yeah.
Yo, Keaton, you speak Japanese, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Japanese
give me some.
word.
Yeah,
Keaton
give me some
speaks
Japanese.
every language.
Yeah.
It's from a different time.
Multilingual, dude.
But
Holy.
hey, Ryan, just like, how was the vibe on the trip? Like, you've been great friends with this person for years. Everything is like natural online. Was it the same kind of vibe in person?
Yeah, so her girlfriend was telling me like, oh, she might be very shy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I don't think she will because I've known her for 10 years. So I'm going into this acting like I would be online.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that opened her up to the idea of I don't need to be weird around this person. I've known them for so long. And then we just kept with the same like humor, which
Yeah.
is like just making fun of each other when we can. She's very tiny. I'm 5'11 and she would probably be 5'5 or 5'4.
Yo, my girlfriend's 5 foot,
Really?
5'1" maybe. I might have just done her dirty. She gotta be
Really?
like 5'1". Really?
No,
Yeah.
because she doesn't seem because when I was standing next to my friend, she was like head height to my shoulder.
Yeah.
I don't remember Amini being up to my shoulder.
Omni's just very intimidating from the mental standpoint. It makes up for her lack of height. That's all.
Same with you, Keaton.
No, Keith's
Yo,
not
dude.
intimidating whatsoever.
Okay, buddy.
Oh man.
He's just a leprechaun.
Yo,
But
dude.
yeah,
I'm average height, people.
I know.
Okay?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
So, I hate this.
Hey, how far into this are we? This has been fun.
41 minutes.
All right. So, hey, I think just to wrap up this entire podcast, football back this weekend. Let's pick out some. There's a Packer game today that you're watching this. That the moment this comes out
That's
on
true.
YouTube, the game is happening. I
That's
want
very true.
score predictions, winning predictions. Let's run it back. What's going on?
I'm going to let Ryan go first.
Yeah,
And I
so we're
got
playing
mine.
the Saints.
We are playing the Saints in Jacksonville.
Yeah, that's
Hurricane
another.
Ida. Yeah, Hurricane
Let's just talk
Ida
about that
rolled through New Orleans.
real fast. Just while Ryan's thinking. The rumors are that the Saints picked Jacksonville because it would be the most expensive, like, fair cost for somebody in Wisconsin, a Packer fan, to go and travel out to the game.
We've played games previously in Jacksonville, and we have quite a big fan base there.
Exactly. So that's
Aaron
why
Rodgers was just talking about that.
Yeah, that's why it kind of doesn't make sense that they picked Jacksonville.
It was originally going to go to Dallas at AT&T Stadium. That's where the Packers and Aaron Rodgers won the Super Bowl. That's some of Aaron Rodgers' greatest career highlights happen in AT&T Stadium. So I think in a sense they're lucky it's going to Jacksonville. It's a neutral location. New Orleans is a very difficult place to play. It's very loud there with their fans. So I think it's, going to be a neutral advantage for both teams. Last year we had no fans because of COVID, and we played a game in New Orleans at Mercedes-Benz Superdome, and so we're like getting by that challenge two years in a row, which is sick. One more thing before we go into scores. I was watching Aaron Rodgers on Pat McAfee. He's back for another season. That's so cool. Greatest entertainment you'll ever need. He was talking like they're having bad internet connections, and they're talking about a storm that rolled through Green Bay. That's why it's probably not working. And I was like, I was in the same storm. I was like, I know what storm he was talking about. It woke me up 2 days ago. Like in the morning.
Water. Aaron
I just
knows
think-
this water.
Yeah, I just think that's so cool. Like what he's experiencing, I'm experiencing too.
Nice.
But all right, Ryan, let's hear the predictions.
One little detail. When we went to the flea market, there was a lot of Packer stuff, which I thought was really weird.
Love it.
There was like Packer mugs. Just I don't know.
Aaron Rodgers is from California, so that could be a reason why.
Yeah, I guess so.
And we are the dopest states out of all.
Team of all time. Facts.
Yo.
Yeah.
While Ryan's still thinking, because I know he's still thinking. I thought this was cool. Wisconsin is pretty much just like, first of all, we're like brothers with Canada, but also we're kind of like Australia's like counter or like related to Australia in terms of weather. Very similar. Very, very similar.
We have very why there's so many Germans in Wisconsin? It's because Wisconsin's landscape is very similar to the countryside of Germany.
Yeah.
Wisconsin is like in almost like every like big movie franchise TV show at some point they mention Wisconsin. We're the coolest.
So okay,
I
Ryan.
feel like if there was like a state popularity list, we're definitely in top 10.
Oh, absolutely.
I think
100%.
realistically we are. I
Especially with
think
the Bucks win too.
that's true.
Like going forward, Milwaukee's on the map more than it already was.
I think realistically we are. Like if it was like the real stats, I think what people would vote, it wouldn't be because the amount of even though Wisconsin is so popular, the amount of like just Wisconsin not hate but just like negativity that some places give off for no reason is kind of insane sometimes. But
Mhm.
that's another
Ryan,
thing.
hit
Those
us with a
guys are
score
just
prediction.
losers.
Yeah, so I honestly believe that it's going to be 34 Packers, Saints 23.
I was almost going to say the same thing. I was going to also say 34 Packers, 17 Saints. Packers win week 1.
Yeah, that's my prediction.
Crouton, let's hear it.
I had a different thought. I was going 27 Packers, 10 Saints.
You know,
I think first game back, it's not going to be as high up in numbers.
I feel like the older players that are coming back for this, like Randall Cobb, he's definitely going to show like a lot of heart and being back with like people that he knows and how they play. I feel like the diversity is just going to freaking explode, and they're just going to get a flurry of points.
It's going to be a worry of mine is the young offensive line. We have 2 rookies on our offensive line for like the first time in who knows how long. That's the only hiccup I see happening. We have a new defensive coordinator, so defense is going to be a little new. But on the other hand, the Saints don't have Drew Brees anymore. It's Jameis Winston's show now. Who knows how that offense is going to run efficiently against our team and in the regular season. Showed some good promise in the preseason, but we'll see what happens. Anything else we want to wrap up today's podcast with, boys?
No, I think that's all it.
Well,
Check
hey,
the TikTok,
absolutely.
check the Instagram.
Hold up. I got this, guys. Don't worry.
Skeeter underscore OP on Instagram.
The outro presented by Keaton Walla. Let's hear it.
Presented by Cash App. No, I mean, honestly, thank you if you would.
OP
But
on Instagram.
okay, dude, unclick your push to talk. Thank you guys so much for watching this 14th episode of the Catch a Glimpse podcast. Make sure to go check this out on Instagram and comment down below on the Instagram what you want us to be talking about or a question that you have because you could be featured in the first podcast. Nobody has done it yet, so it might be you. Otherwise, make sure to go check out the link tree. You can find all the links to the YouTube, the TikTok for the quick, fast, easy content. YouTube uploads Wednesday 4:30 p.m. Otherwise, this podcast, Sunday, 7 a.m. in the morning, iTunes and Spotify, or 4:30 p.m. on YouTube with the visuals. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you're on YouTube, and make sure to give us a rating on iTunes and Spotify. It really helps us out. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys next week, and
go Pack-O!